Hi there, everybody. Welcome back to my channel, our channel. This is a channel for me to bring forth messages for anybody that resonates. It is a place of empowerment, of a place to be seen and heard. It is a place where we can build a community to express ourselves, to ask questions, to be free. You know, this is just a place to be free to express and to question with no judgments whatsoever. We are all living in essence, our own realities in our own lives, and what we're doing to bring them together is what I'm here for. That is something that I would love to see, is how we can embrace our own unique individuality and qualities and weave this beautiful fabric of life. So today I was getting, actually for the past couple days, some really pretty cool downloads. I feel and can see all of this energy just pouring down, and I really needed an outlet to kind of sift through what this information is and what it's supposed to be about for everybody else, or it feels greater than me. It does not feel like this is just information for me. It feels like there's information for me to share with everybody. So right before this video started, I was really sensing some really, the word is kind of hard to describe, but really ancient type energy, powerful ancient wisdom that really wanted to come through. Deep-seated ancient. Yeah, it does feel kind of like a masculine energy, but again, it just feels very ancient. So I'm not wanting to completely identify with it right now. More so be a witness to it and feel into it and see really what it is that is here for me to know, for all of us to know. So again, I'm recording this because I don't know if this is a personal message for myself or information that is ready to be shared with everybody else. This could just be a way for me to integrate and verbalize what I'm feeling. That is something that is really helpful for me, is and maybe some of you as well. When you receive information, it doesn't fully integrate. You can't really embody all of it unless you use it, right? And so for me, that really comes through as talking things out. I'm going to, I think I'm just going to pull some cards as I'm guided, and then we'll talk through them. I'm not really even that organized right now, just saying. This information was coming in so strongly that I just kind of felt like, you know what, let me sit down and see where this goes. One of the things that you will see is different hand movements, and this, for those that are not aware, is a way for me to process and read the energy, move the energy, weave it together. For some people, you might resonate or know it as light language, but it's in hand movements and gestures. The first card that came out is this Jade Emperor. Now this is from a deck by Stacey DeMarco called The Gods and Titans. I have not really used this deck very often. I find it interesting that the Jade Emperor talks about organization. Let me just see if I can get more information on this. I feel like the card is literally talking to me, wanting me to get to know it. And I think for purposes of the video, I want to kind of, oh, this is in alphabetical order. I want to kind of just read it instead of taking the time that I normally would to just sit with it. Right, there's a process of how I typically interact with something. So the Jade Emperor, or the Heavenly Grandfather, as he is also known, is one of the most beloved and most courted of the Chinese Taoist gods because of his benevolent protection and supreme organizing ability. The other card that came out was Repairing the Body, Mind, and Spirit. So immediately what I am sensing is there is a great shift coming. There is a great awakening. And again, the reason I'm saying awakening is because there are stages of all of us awakening. We're awakening to new gifts. We're awakening to new knowledge. We're awakening to new truths for ourselves, new ways of being. It's really these aha moments are these awakenings within us. They're remembrances of where we're from, where we're going, and where we are right now. And I feel like, and at least this is true, I've felt it for a while within my own life, that there is a new stage, a new level that is coming forth. It is being born into the world. It is within and it is being born. We're going to be seeing our internal shifts being manifested into our physical realities. And so this would make sense that we are divinely protected. And it's this grandfather spirit. I love it. I have seen my own grandfather as I just hear way shower. For me, that's how he was, very protective. And so I love this. I've had grandmother spirit come in before as well. And father sky has been coming around. So this makes a lot of sense. The feminine are, and I'm feeling emotion coming up with this. And so there is a deep resonance in this, and I think that you're going to find this resonance as well. And if not, then this message just may not be for you at this time. There has been so much distortion between feminine and masculine energy, and feminine and masculine in physical form. There are women that are literally fighting for their rights right now. There are groups of people literally fighting for their rights right now. And what I am feeling and sensing, and what I believe this is coming forward, is the distortions are coming to light so that we can birth the new, that we can birth the divine embodiment of who we are on this planet, what we are here to do at this time. And so as I feel the more feminine energies, true feminine, not the ones that have to fight, the ones that just stand in their power and their truth. We're not fighting battles. We're not fighting systems. We are standing in our truth and shifting our realities by being who we are at our core. And so when the feminine rises, we have this amazing, ancient, very deep, ancient masculines, grandfathers, fathers, this beautiful energy coming forward to support us, to hold space for us as we are navigating the newness of what it feels like to be a woman and embracing the feminine energies. Now, I have said this many times and I will continue to say it. Regardless of your physical representation, whether you are physically represented as a male or a female, that is not what I'm talking about at all. We all have masculine and feminine energies within us. We're coming to a place of unity inside of ourselves, and we are learning how to express that within us. That is our truest and highest timeline, our version of ourselves for right now. That can be fluid, that can change, that does not have to be a stagnant energy, right? Energy is, as I'm like flowing my hands here, energy is fluid. And so for your entire life, regardless of your physical representation, you may identify more with the feminine energy. And vice versa, you may identify more with the masculine energy. But what this is coming back to, and maybe this is more for those that nope, that doesn't feel right. Okay. You're going to take what you need out of this reading. This is coming back to a place of harmony with inside of yourself. The truest version of yourself is about to blossom and bloom. And you are being supported by divinity, by the masculine energy, the true masculine energy, not the distortions. This is true, protective, safe, secure, masculine energy. I'm going to hold this a little bit closer. We are so supported at this time. In this time of embracing who we are so supported. And I can't even describe the depths of what this energy feels like. It feels, it's so deep. It's so primal, not necessarily ancient, or ancient wisdom. Like the true reason why you are here at this time, it's unfolding. Okay. I don't remember if I actually said this or not, but the other card that came out is the Me Talks, repairing the body, mind, and spirit. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. As we're going through this shift, we are repairing. It's repairing those distortions. The next card that came out is Stranger, Curiosity. I'm not sure if you can see. Sometimes our curiosity can feel like a stranger to us. I started by saying there is no judgment here on this channel. There is curiosity, and there is a difference. And again, the humanness, I cannot say that I am free of judgments at all. However, I am learning to identify when I am in judgment to bring out that curiosity. Why did I just think that? Why did I just say that? Curiosity is an amazing thing, and I think that it really helps us understand each other more. Whoa. All right, there's a lot coming out. If you can just all take a centering breath while I take one as well. our galactic beings with us as well. We truly are connecting to the heart of Gaia, the cosmos, the star races, star beings, star ancestors. There is a lot being done on this earth right now. Even within this moment, there is a lot of energy coming up, and it's important to ground yourself. I've been called to go to the ocean. I haven't been to the beach in a very long time, which is not like me. I grew up going to the beach, and it's calling me. I can feel it when I there is a sense of grounding. I don't even want to say healing, because at this point it doesn't feel like healing. It is the connection, especially women with water. There is a connection. It's just who we are. It is healing. It is powerful. It allows us to flow. Our energy flows. And I can just see myself laying or floating in the ocean, diving into the waves, and just feeling like a mermaid, honestly, and just feeling at home. And so when I can't do that, I usually will take an Epsom salt bath. And so I would recommend to you as well, if you cannot get to the ocean, please be connected to water. This feels more than just going to a river or a lake. There's something about the salt that I think a lot of us need right now. I love this. There's a lot of synchronicities coming up with things that I've experienced earlier in this day. One of them being Eye of Horus. I believe his falcon looks like a falcon, but obviously the all-seeing eye, or not the all-seeing eye, the evil eye protection. My words are not coming out clearly at this point because I feel like there is so much energy flowing and I'm not directly channeling. I'm trying to integrate what's coming through. And so just to explain that some of these words may feel mixed up, because again, this video was more about me trying to understand what is coming forward. However, with that being said, this card is the eyes of the eagle rising above the fray. Look at, I love these. This is the Shaman's Dream Oracle by Alberto Villoldo and Colette Baron-Reid. One of my most favorite decks. I love it. Again, the depths of this. If you have not heard much about Alberto Villoldo, please look him up as well. Colette Baron-Reid is amazing as well. But there's something about the shaman. And again, that really deep inner work. Alberto Villoldo really embodies that. He also, I think I took it down. He also has a book about healing your own body, which I think is interesting that I chose this deck, and then the Repairing the Body, Mind, Spirit card came up. Really embracing this newness and how it impacts our body, what our body is telling us, and how do we heal from within. So as we rise above the fray, as this card is saying, we're taking an eagle approach. So we're looking from above at everything. We're taking that observer approach. We're not getting bogged down by the weight of the world. Many of you know I am a social worker, and I am a strong advocate for the goodness and greatness of mankind, of humanity, and that is inclusive of Gaia, and how we can all live in harmony with one another. I am certainly not saying turn a blind eye. What I'm saying is take that approach from higher up, and you're going to know when you need to act, when you need to speak up, from when you are centered. And that's all I'm really going to say about that, because I've had other videos that we talked about that too, about really being in your center and taking an approach. This at this time for me is stepping into this type of living that we want to see in the world. We are all going to still be navigating whatever is going on in our daily lives and in the lives of those that we love, we're advocating for, that we care about. The more we can embrace new ways of being, the more that we can step into our truest divinity, our truest selves, the more we're going to see shifting in positive ways. And I'm just going to say this now, especially because this organization card came out. The systems have been broken for a very long time. And what we're seeing is a dismantling of things that are no longer serving us. So I know for myself, I have been caught up in fighting the old ways. I am such a big picture thinker, and I have stepped away from that myself. And so this is coming home for me as well. This is one of the reasons I had created the that short kind of series on how do you apply fifth dimensional aspects into our current lives, because I want to get back to creating. What do we want to create in this world? And it's got to come from a place that feels it honors our ancient wisdoms. It honors those things historically that have been helpful, and it is embracing new ways so that we can truly shift what is happening in our world. I am really loving this energy. I don't want it to stop. If you can just give me a few moments to see where this is going next. I think this is a good time too to just offer my services to those of you that may feel called to step outside of your own boxes, that are feeling a nudge to step into something new, come back to your true self. You're feeling something but not quite sure where it's at. Please reach out to me. I love really kind of utilizing my skills, whether it's the oracle decks or tuning into your higher self, channeling. There's a wide variety of things that I have learned. It's just me and you having a conversation and saying, hey, try this. Connecting you with the resources that you may need to step more fully into who you are. Please, again, reach out to me. My email is in the description box. Let's connect. We really need to build communities of newness, of broader ways of thinking, of really seeing people for who they are and helping them become the best versions of themselves. Okay. So now it feels more like some feminine energy is coming through. So I'm curious to see what this is about. So two cards that this whole stack kind of came out all together. So I'm just trying to sort through it. The Caterpillar and the Benefactor and woodwives. Those three feel connected, and that again is the more feminine energy. And then we have empty well and galactic mushroom. So empty well is, again, it looks like an eye here, which is fascinating. Time to replenish. That goes along with the repairing the mind, body, and spirit. So making sure you're taking time to replenish. And then the divine matrix. We are creating new templates for the world, right? You may hear that the world is a matrix system, it's an illusion, all this stuff. We are creating new templates for us to learn and live from. And this, every time we take an action from a higher perspective, from a higher place, and higher, I mean just this higher frequency, right? So you have a range of frequencies of vibrations. Everything has a different vibration. And so like fear would be down here on the scale, and like love is up here. So what we can do to take steps to come from a place of this love, we are then therefore creating a new reality for ourselves. I think there's something here with the galactic mushroom that needs to be said. Let me just read this card. Yeah. So this is about connecting with your higher power. The law of attraction does not exist just to serve up your desired outcome. The matrix of consciousness, called Source or God, Spirit, and many other names, is intricately woven into life. There is so much complexity that the human mind cannot comprehend all the moving parts. It's impossible to see beyond what you already know, just as the head of a mushroom is clearly visible above the soil, but not the living biome below. The thread-like mycelium of fungi form vast, intricate networks underground, connecting different life forms with one another in a kind of internet of the plant kingdom. Imagine the divine matrix serving the same way, connecting the individual consciousness with that of the divine. So the galactic mushroom reminds you that your dreams and desires are heard. This is a call for faith and trust. Those two words are coming up a lot also. Whatever intention you hold consistently with hope and faith first manifests in the unseen realms. Whether or not you can see it working on your behalf, eventually you see the evidence play out in the serendipitous events that work in your favor, seemingly outside of the law of cause and effect. Your most beautiful results are being birthed right now, not just for you, but for the highest good of all. I feel like we can probably just leave the reading here. Thank you, Spirit. I don't think this is quite done yet. I think there's a little bit more that needs to come forward. One of the things that I love the most is really connecting many tools. I love working with energy. I love working with spirit. Spirit has been, and when I say spirit, there's many forms of that. Different, again, I feel things as energies, so different energies that just take a physical form. So Jesus has been a role model for me pretty much my entire life, but as far back as I can remember. And so I feel that energy, the Christ consciousness energy, Yeshua, Jesus, however it resonates with you. Again, I feel that energy, and I utilize his story as a role model and a way shower for me. There have been, again, a lot of distortions, especially when it comes to religion and spirituality. And so this truly is about feeling safe enough. Do you have the support and safety to tap into your higher power which then allows you to connect to those inner places within inside of yourself, to really take a look. I'm seeing an hourglass right now, kind of like really take a look at those parts of yourself. Again, our outside world can reflect what is happening within inside of ourselves. And until we feel safe enough to look within, we're going to continue to be triggered by those things outside of ourselves. This takes a lot of work, but I can tell you from what I've seen and what I've experienced, things are coming up quickly. There's a whole group of people out there that are willing and able to help because we've been through it already. We've dived deep into the depths, and I'm not saying we're done. By no means. There's still things that are constant. We're constantly learning and growing and healing and learning and growing and healing. That's part of this journey here on this planet. What I'm saying is you don't have to go all alone. And when you can connect to your higher power, you just have tapped into this wisdom that far exceeds any person, because again, it comes from above. Rise above the fray. What else needs to be said, Spirit? New beginnings. Yep, new beginnings. That's the last card. The lighting in here is getting pretty dim. The last card on here. And I'm not sure that you might be able to see it. The cards here kind of, all kind of come together, and it starts with this Jade Emperor at the top, which to me just symbolizes the divine, and it's really supporting us right now. Listen, I am excited. I'm excited for all of us right now. I know that there are so many going through it right now. It feels hellacious to a lot of people. Please tap into your higher power. I started a journaling practice many months ago just so I can connect to my higher power on a more conscious level. And I had to really recreate a relationship with spirit, because I had my own blocks, my own resistance to my own knowings and my connection with spirit, and that happens. So really connect with your support teams. And if you don't have one, again, please reach out. I would be more than happy to talk to you. Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. So please reach out and let's really get you connected. And if you don't know where to start, I will say, I used to say go on to YouTube. There's plenty of free videos on there. But if you're having a hard time discerning what truly is meant for you, then you may want to start with something like journaling. And it can be as simple as asking in the morning, what is it that I most need to know for today? Start with gratitudes. I am grateful for the fact that you woke up that morning. It can really be that simple. You just have to start your connection, your relationship with yourself, with spirit, and it will truly change your perspective and your way of being in the world. Yeah, there are a lot of inner shadows coming out. These are the soul cards. These are amazing also, by Deborah Chapin. This one came out first. As you can see, there is an angel on the side, a woman with, I don't remember that. It's kind of like a violin. I don't remember the name of that. I can picture it in my head, but playing an instrument there. I think it's interesting that there's very little color on this card. Again, it's almost like origins. I'm hearing origin story. That's coming up a lot. If you haven't had a past life regression, that's something to consider as well. Kind of getting to some of what you're experiencing now and how it's connected. This is the one that it's really, there's a lot more to this card that's coming up for me, but I don't think it's necessarily warranted for this video. But what I'm going to say is that underneath the shadow side, underneath the hurt and the trauma, is a beautiful person. It's kind of hard to tell, but there is a beautiful person under there. And they're wanting to come out. They're wanting people to see them and hear them. Our hurt wants to come up, to be seen, to be released, and allow for this peace and contentment. All parts of ourselves. It's almost like spirit, ancestors. It could be different for many people here. Your different versions of yourselves coming and supporting us. They're there at our crown chakra. Oh, goodness. Yeah, a lot of these cards that are actually coming up are like surrender cards, shift, consciousness, birth. It's just, and sorry, and you may not have seen all of those. It's a new time. We are in a new time, a new era. There's promise here. There is releasing the pain and suffering that we've felt for so long. I freaking love this. Maui is coming up, and that one's discovery. This is synchronistic for today as well. The green man is abundance. That's again the ancient roots there. I love it. And then we have Osiris and renewal. Let's see if you can see that. Yeah. If you haven't heard of Osiris's story, look him up too. I don't want to give away all of the fun in that, because I think too, it's one thing to hear from somebody. Like, I love to listen to certain people that kind of explain different stories and such, but I also find great benefit into looking things up for myself, because then I can really point out and figure out what it is that I'm supposed to know at that moment. It gives you that authority. It gives you that discernment of what's truly important for you at that time versus what someone else is putting out there. But I'm going to stop there on, discover, abundance, renewal. Maui, green man, Osiris. I don't think you can get much better than that. Step into your new gifts. Step into the light of the world, of your sovereignty, of your freedoms. Find them in every little moment that you can. Embrace your divinity. Get curious about who you really are. Who are you? Not who you've been told to be, but who are you? There is so much light, so many light codes coming down into our realms at this point. We are helping the ascension of Gaia, the ascension of the planets. There is a huge shift and undertaking going on at this point in time where we are so connected to so much that is unseen. You may experience physical sensations in your body that are new and you're not sure. Obviously, seek medical attention if needed. That is not my place to tell you. It's just spiritual downloads. That's not for me to say. But I'm telling you, there is a shift going on. We're going to feel it in our bodies. You're going to feel tired. That's what the help for, like Epsom salt baths, getting out in nature, really getting your feet down into the ground. Hug some trees. They're amazing. They just truly are. Sit by the water, dive into the ocean. Really connect with who and what your body needs. And that means to ask also. We are weaving together. We are uniting together. We are bridging the divides. We are here to birth one another into this new reality. Allow yourselves to rise above the fray. Step into your light, into your power, into your divinity, and know that you are so loved and respected for who you are and what you are here to bring to this world. May you remember all of who you are with so much grace and ease, compassion, forgiveness. May you step into your light and go about your day shining so brightly. I'm sending you all so much love. Until next time, bye.